Hello everyone, it's Angel from the Abernathy's Go Green. It is the beginning of the month, so we are going to be refilling my monthly makeup bag. This is only the second time that I'm showing you guys this, but I call this my makeup monthly, where I put together a makeup ensemble, if you will, in this makeup bag. This makes it really easy for me to get ready in the morning because I have everything that I need in my bag and not have to go through my whole makeup collection every time I'm getting ready. And I like to change this out about once a month to make sure that I'm getting use out of all of my makeup. I'm also doing a project pan, so I'm going to share a little bit of that with you today. So like I said, this is my second month sharing this with you guys. So first I want to go over the makeup that we chose last month and maybe show you a little bit of progress in my project pan products. And yeah, we're just going to talk about makeup. So the first thing that I put in my February makeup bag was the Andalou Naturals 1000 Roses CC Cream in the sheer nude. This is the SPF that I chose. It's a tinted SPF, and this is also in my project pan. It's just a really nice sheer tinted moisturizer that I like for every day. On days that I want a little bit more coverage, I chose the Everyday Minerals base. This is their powdered foundation, mineral foundation, and I really like both of these together. If you want a budget-friendly mineral makeup, Everyday Minerals foundation is really good. And then the concealer that I used last month is the Elate Cream Revealer in the shade Fawn. This is in my project pan and I made pretty good progress on it. It's kind of hard to see on the camera, but I'll have a picture comparing what it looked like in the beginning of last month and for right now, so you guys can kind of see my progress on the project pan. I really like this too. I'm wearing it today, and this is gonna continue on to my March makeup bag because it's in my project pan, so I just want to keep using it until it's done. And then another project pan product is the Well People Bio Brightener Invisible Powder. I drew a little line where it was in the beginning of last month, and it doesn't look like I've made a dent in it at all. I only use this to set my under eye and around my smile lines where I tend to get a little bit creasing on the foundation. So I don't really use a lot of it. So at this rate, I feel like this is gonna make it to Project Pan 2020. And then as far as bronzer, this is the only bronzer in my collection and I actually really love it. This is the Honest Beauty Dusk Reflection. This is one of their luminizing powders, but I like to use it on the perimeter of my face, kind of the hollows of my cheeks, to kind of warm up my complexion, and I really like it. So this is gonna go ahead and continue on to my March makeup bag because this is the only bronzer that I have. I keep hearing about the Han Malibu bronzer, and I'm kind of intrigued, but I don't know. I'm still thinking on that if I want to pick that up or not because, like I said, I'm really loving the Honest Beauty Dusk Reflection. And then the cheek color that I focused on in February is this one right here. This is the Honest Beauty Falling For You Cheek Palette, and I love this blush right here. This is in my project pan, and this is just like a very neutral pink shade. This is the cheek color that I'm wearing right now. This is in my project pan, and once I finish this, or I don't even know if I want to finish it, I think I'll use it in March and April, and then whatever's left I'm just gonna get rid of. I'm not crazy about this, and the highlight in this palette is way too intense, or too intense for me to use nowadays. I did like it back in the day whenever I first got this, but it's not really the look that I go for these days anymore. So I am just focusing on the blush here, and I absolutely love it. I'm trying to find a perfect dupe for it because it's like a perfect everyday shade. And then for my brows, I have this Eye of Horus Brow Define. This is the brow pencil in the shade Dynasty. This is the one that I'm wearing right now, and I think it's a little bit too warm. It is in my project pan. It has a spoolie on one end, and then the pencil itself is very thin, so I really like it. But I did go ahead and picked up a darker shade of this. I think it's called Nile, and I think that would be a better color match for me. But I am gonna finish this because I think it looks okay. I'll show you guys a comparison between the two. I haven't done that for myself yet, so. And then I top it off with the Boy Brow in the shade Clear. The Clear Boy Brow. And I really like this. I mentioned it in my February favorites, but I do like the brown one a lot better. I picked up the brown and the clear just because I didn't know if the brown was going to be a little bit too much for me, so I went ahead and picked up the clear too. but the clear is working well. I think this is a pretty good combination. Like I said, that's what I'm wearing on my brows today. For my eyeshadow, I only had a single eyeshadow. This is the Terry Miyahira eyeshadow in the shade Strength. This is the only eyeshadow that I had last month, and I really love this because depending on the brush that you use, you can pack it on close to your lashes and then do like a gradient effect, so it looks like you used 5 eyeshadows to get this look, but it's one eyeshadow, so I really like that. But I will show you something that I'm replacing that with that I'm very excited about, and I'm wearing it right now. And then I had a liquid eyeliner that is in my project pan. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo Eyeliner. I told you guys this had okay ingredients, and I don't know what I was thinking, or if they reformulated this, or if I just overlooked a certain ingredient. But I got this, I think, in Sephora Points Perks or something, one of those things. And I looked at the ingredients and I thought it was okay and I would use it. But I revisited the ingredients. This actually has parabens in it. As soon as I found that out, luckily a week into February, as soon as I found out, I did go ahead and stopped using it and went for my Physicians Formula eyeliner. I like this because it has the brush applicator and it makes drawing on a wing so much easier than the felt tip one. So I prefer the brush tipped applicators on these liners. Kat Von D Tattoo Liner also has that brush tip applicator, but like I said, since it has parabens in it, parabens is where I draw the line. This is not something that I want to put on my skin or even like come in contact with even in such a small amount, because it does bioaccumulate, and so this is just leaving my collection because of that ingredient. I'm sorry if I misled any of you by saying this has okay ingredients. Hopefully if you did look into it, you saw that ingredient and went, oh my gosh, that girl's crazy, what was she thinking? But again, I apologize. This does have better ingredients in it. It's not perfect, but it has better ingredients. It doesn't have parabens. But I did pick up another liquid liner that I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit. And then for my mascara, I used the Pacifica Stellar Gaze mascara. This is just a very good lengthening mascara. So I layered it with a Hint Beauty mascara. Both of them are dried up now, but I did really like the combination of these two. I am going to go ahead and get rid of these, and I do have a Honest Beauty mascara that I have as a backup. And then for my 3 lip colors, I have a Red Apple lipstick in the shade Vogue. This is in my project pan, and I made huge improvements on this. And then I also have the Cloven Hollow Lip Velvet in the shade Napa, an insanely pigmented liquid lip that I absolutely love. And then also the Bite Beauty in the shade Sour Cherry. Very nice red lip. And I was really happy with these 3 lip colors. And since Vogue is in my project pan, this is going to stay for March, and then we'll pick other lip colors to go in my March beauty bag. So let's go ahead and shop my stash and fill our March makeup bag. Okay, so here are all the bases that I have right now. The Andalou Natural CC Cream and SPF is going to stay in my March bag because it's in my project pan. And I have some Alima Pure Mineral Foundations and the Everyday Minerals base. But I think I'm gonna save this for another time and just use my 100% pure fruit pigmented water foundation. I really like this because it is very hydrating, and I think it'll be perfect for right now because it's still very cold out, and I really think that this shade is going to be way too light for me in the summer. The 100% pure products don't really last very long, and I have had this since June or July. So I do want to get a little bit more use out of this before it goes bad. And then as far as concealers, nothing new to see here. The Elate Cream Revealer in the shade Fawn is in my project pan, so I'm going to go ahead and keep using it. And I'm really enjoying it. And then the Well People Bio Brightener powder is what I use to set my under eyes. And I really love this because it's not completely mattifying. Also in my project pan, so that's gonna stay also. The bronzer that I'm gonna be using is again the Honest Beauty Luminizing Powder in the shade Dusk Reflections. And I lied to you earlier, I do have another bronzer, or a product that I like to use as a bronzer. This is the Juice Beauty blush in the shade 04 Flush. I like to use this as a bronzer in the summer. And then for blush, I am gonna go ahead and keep using the one that I have in my project pan. I'm gonna keep using this for the months of March and April. and see how far I get, but I am trying to find a dupe for that. This month, I am going to go ahead and keep using my Eye of Horus brow pencil in the shade Dynasty with a clear Glossier Boy Brow. So these two are going to stay in my March makeup bag. But I do want to go ahead and swatch the Eye of Horus brow pencils for you guys. This is the brand new one. I have this in the shade Nile now. So this one that you're seeing right now is the shade Dynasty. And then Nile is that one right there. So I don't feel like it's a big difference swatched on my hands. I haven't applied it to my eyebrows yet, so I'll let you know once I've used it on my eyebrows. But I am going to go ahead and, like I said, keep using the shade Dynasty and kind of just finish it up. And then for mascara, I'm going to go ahead and whip out this brand new Honest Beauty mascara. This is my absolute fave, and I'm happy to have it back in my life. And this is the new packaging too. For eyeshadows, I have this one single eyeshadow. This is the 100% pure in the shade Toffee. And this is a perfect transition shade because the palette that I'm going to show you right now, I have been playing with for about 3 days, and I don't think it has a very good transition shade. Are you ready to see it? Look at that. I got the Aether Beauty palette. It has a bunch of jewel tones and they are just so beautiful. I've been playing with this, like I said, for the past 3 days. And I think the closest transition shade that I found is this one right here. It's called Vibration. I'm still playing around with it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 100% pure Toffee and use it as a transition shade. This is what I'm wearing today in the intro of this video. I had the shade Toffee as a transition shade, and then this one right here on my crease, and then this one all over my lid, just patted on with my finger, and I really liked how it came out. I'm gonna do a more in-depth review of this eyeshadow palette for you guys and show you some of the looks that I've come up with. So keep a lookout for that. So this is going to be in my March makeup bag. And then as far as liners, I kind of have a very exciting discovery. Pettivore, I don't know what happened, but they sent me a second box of the February box. But my February box came with a black Antonym liner, and I told you guys that I've decluttered that liner. I bought it on my own before, and it just doesn't stay on my eyes and my skin at all. But they sent it to me in the shade Brown. In that second February box, I was playing with it, you guys, and it stayed on my waterline. It stayed on my lower lash line. I don't know what happened. Is it a different formula between this and the black? Because I tried the black again and the black ran all over the place. Then the brown just stayed in place. I don't know. I think something with the pigments. I have no idea. But the brown stays on my waterline, and I'm very excited about that. But I'm not going to put any of those in my March makeup bag. What I want to show you guys is the Physicians formula that's going to be in my project pan, so I'm going to use it until it's completely out. But I did go ahead and pick up the brand new Pacifica liquid eyeliner because I've been curious about it too. This has way better ingredients than the Physicians formula one, and it's also very affordable. And it has that brush tip applicator. And the pigments that they use is charcoal. And as far as the opacity of it, let me see. I'm going to swatch it on my hand here and kind of do a one swipe and compare it to the Physicians formula one just to see. I've never done this for myself either. Okay, I think the Physicians formula is a little bit more pigmented. The Pacifica one is not as intense of a black, but I can work with that. I think it'll build up really well on itself, just like this one. This is another one that I'm gonna review for you guys. So that's gonna go in my March bag. And then as far as lip colors, I'm not gonna show you my whole entire collection because I don't think it's gonna fit in the frame, but I did go ahead and pick out these 4. The first one is Vogue. This is in my project pan, so it has to stay so I can finish it. That's what it looks like swatched on my hand. It's like a very nice neutral plum shade. And then I also pulled out the Red Apple lipstick in the shade Mabel. This is one of my favorite My Lips But Better lipstick shades. It's like a medium pink that can just go with any look. This is the lip color that I'm wearing, in the intro of this video. And then a very bold kind of pinky red. This is the 100% pure pomegranate lipstick in the shade Narcissus. Very beautiful. I love wearing this blotted on the lip. And then I always have to have a lip gloss. This is one of my favorites for the spring. This is the Marie Natty in the shade Tickled. Just a very pretty baby pink. And that's what my March makeup bag is going to look like. I am going to do a get ready with me using all of these products, so keep a lookout for that. But for now, this is going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!